I think for me, like so much of it is just like keeping it as student centered as you can. Like every day when I'm working through these questions and I'm like trying to figure out like, am I being a good teacher? My gauge is always still back at the kids. I get that feedback from my students as much or maybe more than from my own reflection. Because I think that if I'm going to have a class that is engaged and student centered, then they need to be at the heart of those choices and of those reflections from teachers. And so I think sometimes we get caught up in, like the perfect bullets of our lesson plan or our standards or what have you, but those things will come naturally when you put the students first. Survival Stories is mostly memoir based, and the ideas that we're looking at humanitarian conflicts and crises that are going on across the planet now, and then we also like dabble into some like historical moments, and then all of the things that we look at are from a youth perspective. So we try to sort of like approach these issues from something that's tangible and like age appropriate by looking at how is this affecting students in school? How is it affecting their families? It's heavy a lot of times since like we're almost always dealing with like a crisis kind of situation, but it's like it's thought provoking for students and it gives them a chance to do something that feels like really genuine. And so giving students like that opportunity to like engage with a text that they want to read, to put a text down when they decide this doesn't really have my interest anymore, to get into different genres or different complexity levels than what their classmates are using is a big part of it. And so being able to engage them with things that are already something comfortable and approachable, and then letting them to dig in deeper with that or be like, okay, well, how do I connect this to this other thing that I don't yet understand or that I find kind of hard to work with, is like a good way to build in that scaffolding and a good way to keep them like enticed in what we're doing in class.